Now we're going to do question 3a, part 4, where we draw the completed axonometric projection. That's the 3D part. To do that, we're going to connect up every corner in the plan with every corner in the elevation. Corners in the plan get projected vertically upwards. Corners in the elevation get projected across using our 60-30 degree set square. So I'm going to start up on this top edge here. So again, checking everything is nice and tight, I'm going to come up to this corner and I'm going to give myself a construction line all the way across. I'm going to do the same at this lower corner here. Just there, and we come across. Alright, now to come up, we have one corner, this one here, right there. This corner here, which is along this line, we project vertically upwards, and we find it right there. This corner here, we come vertically upwards, and it's going to be along the second line because it comes from there all the way along to here. I can do a quick check and make sure, because these should be lined up along that axis there, and they are indeed. Very nice. And again, I can actually just come down and do the same here. So I have a construction line down along there to show me the top of my drawing. So I'm just for the moment going to sketch this in, this top edge in here, to make it a little clearer as to what we're doing. There we go. There we go. There we are. So you can now see the top edge, which is this one here, and represented by this line in the elevation of our axonometric. So I've got construction lines down here to kind of show us the rest of the box where everything is. So again, we're going to come down along from here. So again, we just check, yeah, that is a 30, that's great. We're going to have a slight overlap with our plan, but don't worry too much about that. And we're coming on there. So we need to actually extend this axis a little bit more. Now, that lower edge is going to come up to the main axis. So I'm going to bring that vertically up here. Alright, a little dot there to show me that lower edge. We don't have a corner down the bottom here, so I'm going to come up from this one. And we'll find out where that goes to in a minute. So I'm going to try and give myself a bit of an idea of the overall shape of this. That one comes from halfway along, so I can actually project up from the middle here in this back line, which brings you to there. Then I follow it along the ground down to here. And that's where I find it, just there. Again, double checking it's still at the right angle. There we go. So that is that bottom line there. Now, we can begin to take a few more pieces. We'll take this line across from here, where it comes up. Okay, and we'll find that that guy goes up. It's this little piece here. So we'll come up there. We'll come up along here. So there's our little corner. Now I'm kind of going from each end to try and give myself an idea of where everything goes. If I get all the simple bits in first, then when I get to the slightly trickier pieces like the curves, it'll help make some sense. So another nice easy bit to get in is this top shape along here. So there's a little square up high here, a rectangle even, then there's this slightly L-shaped piece a bit lower down. So I'll start with this guy here. That's going to be along this top line. So So I can project this point up and this point up. We'll also come in by 10. So to help me do that, I'm just going to come in by 10 here, all the way up to the top, and from the top there I can come back down again and give myself a nice little construction line. So I've got one point there, another point here, then I've got the other two there and there. So we'll bring them up. There we go. And there we go. And now I can see the four corners of my little box. Quick little check. Make sure that's looking right here, and it is indeed. There we go. There we go. And that's great. Of course, now I have that, it's quite straightforward to draw in the slope on this side. Just connect the dots. Down to there. And down to here. Now, the next thing we're going to try and draw is this shape in here. So I'm looking for the 2 points there and there to make my little L-shaped platform. That's them there and there in the plan. So I'm going to take a line down, take a moment to check everything's nice and straight. From here, and from the next one over just here. I brought them across because I'm going to use them on the far side too. So there we go there, and there we go there. I'm going to draw this line in now just so I can keep track of where everything is. Again, I can bring this guy down. Now this one goes the whole way across to the edge. Of course I need to find that edge, so I'll just bring it up from here. And that's it right there. It does get a little bit crowded, so again I'm going to draw this line in now rather than get myself a bit confused. I'll just check if that's gone far enough across, and it has indeed. Okay, so next thing I need to do is come up along here. Now I can actually just draw down from along this axis from the last point. I can get that edge, that's grand. Again, from there I can come back in, just following the whole thing around. Again, you see it connects up to my 10 point here, so that's very nice and neat. I come back along, I need to find this point here. Since there's quite a lot happening up here, I'm going to bring the line up just to be sure. There we go, and that's where that guy is going to go to. So we'll put that in. Now I can see I already have my construction line coming out along here, so if I just follow this one out, there we go. And there we go. That's my shape all done. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to try and get all my straight lines done first before we get on to the funny curves. I can see that I can connect up the points that make up this slope surface here. So that's a nice straightforward job. I'll get them from here. Down there. And down there. I can come down the side here, which is this straight surface there. So that's my construction line across the bottom, so I can see there's the corner. Down here. Now there is going to be a curved surface there, so I'm not going to draw that line all the way down, but I will draw this one across. And I can even draw in where the curve stops at the top edge. Come along here. So that I know I can come down from there to where the curve starts happening. There we go. And there we go. So now I've got quite a lot of my straight surfaces in. Again, don't worry about the overlap. It's better if you could avoid it, but if it happens, it happens. So the next thing we need to look at now is how to draw in those curves.